game is either something that arrives under our notice for completion or it's failing. I'm talking about relative victory, not total mastery. Here I've mastered the game very well, capturing ghosts in traps and leaving bait where the vacuum sucks roamers into a container in the professional police-like vehicle. Entrances to the doorways where vision and subtlety can't come apart. A fantasy like this deserves recognition for its original graphic style, houses kept where they belong to roamers who stretch their death into numbers across the way in a monstrous fashion for candy and s'mores. Moments bring us to the cause, a city filled with spirits of the dead, some of them hilarious and grotesque in loony forms on the Atari 2600 graphical interface. Difficulty switches act like other buttons for choosing and resemble buttons you can softly push from side to side, as opposed to those you can softly push from top to bottom and up again for the bottom, as sideways. Control is maintained over the city landscape. Gray, lots of gray, and suggestive light as far as the TV screen goes. Buildings made of brown layers or whatever can be imagined from gazing at the TV's symbolic reflections. I don't write word salad so much. My review along these lines presented is filled with detail, and you'll find specific colorful details in a Ghostbusters store when you reset and come undone. Berserk on the Atari 2600 has lots of colors, but plenty of darkness compared to Ghostbusters on its wide expanse into another world, a fictional world for vacuuming and trapping hooligans who pardon building walls on each destination, marked either green for safe or red for danger, according to the on-screen map. A nice token with visuals that will please the eye into oncoming phantasms, since we're blinking while staring at the tube and remarking on what's happening. Great giant buildings just mark so many corners where Ghostbusters vehicles has to drive by the floating, humorous-looking roamers to capture their hearts into the empty, vanquished machines. Parts of the Ghostbusters equipment as complicated as the breeze the professional detectives work in to tie up the prototype beams against a ghoul's tail right before gaining it into the wisely located trap between Ghostbusters patrolmen. Looks in the game may be detailed on colors when there's not so much to look at in the store. Ghostbusters don't need a lot of equipment and show their testimony through deadly body language you'll only find on the Ghostbusters 2600 game. The tall, bright monster crashes into buildings. More types of that same monster reign supreme over the frightened city. It's possible to trap a ghost into the trap without using beams at all. That's because the green ghouls can be nonsensical in a dangerous place like no other, as ghosts in this program are individualized and exhibit interesting personalities. Silly, humorous, dumb-looking, and laughable. My Atari 2600 has its controller on both the machine and the controller. What innovation is this, my friend? Well, the PS4 can't claim responsibility. The Sony machine, it's a silly some controller. Dollars and dollar marks give you a high score with fair chances. The bright monsters keep coming on foot for rampage, while roamers and green spirits combine into a nuance. And from what I can see here, the video game market crash of 1984 was somewhat uncalled for. Customers need to just get out there and capture some of the spirits. Video game players at times are called zombies as part of this modern era in internet and privacy, according to whatever on the internet, YouTube, such. I believe such a guy. I'd say vintage gaming may give us more confidence because how old graphics can be better understood and manipulated for gameplay. Rest in peace, Ghostbusters. Rest in peace.